Welcome back to Lions News Fan Report, where we bring you the latest and most exciting sports news every single day. And today, we have another major development brewing for the Detroit Lions. While much of the offseason discussion has centered around defensive reinforcements, rumors are swirling that the team could also be looking to add another playmaker to their receiving core. The name that keeps surfacing? Antwane Wells Jr. Could the former South Carolina standout be on his way to Detroit? Let's dive into the speculation, the potential impact, and whether or not the Lions should seriously consider making this move. The Lions have built one of the most dangerous offensive units in the league, but the front office isn't satisfied just yet. Amon-Ra St. Brown has established himself as an elite weapon, Jameson Williams continues to develop, and Sam Laporta has emerged as one of the most promising young tight ends in football. But if Detroit truly wants to dominate through the air and give Jared Goff an even more formidable arsenal, adding a player like Antwane Wells Jr. could be the perfect move. His explosiveness, route-running ability, and knack for making big plays after the catch could provide Detroit with another dynamic threat, making an already dangerous offense even scarier. NFL insiders have been speculating that Detroit might be interested in acquiring Wells, and it makes perfect sense. Wells possesses the kind of speed and agility that can stretch defenses, forcing opponents to account for yet another deep threat. Defenses are already struggling to contain the Lions' aerial attack, and adding Wells into the mix could create even more mismatches across the field. Imagine a scenario where St. Brown is commanding double teams in the slot, Williams is taking the top off defenses, and Wells is finding soft spots underneath or working on the outside as a secondary deep threat. It's the kind of addition that could elevate Detroit's passing game to new heights and give Jared Goff another weapon to exploit mismatches against opposing secondaries. The Lions' interest in Wells is fueled by their commitment to staying ahead of the competition. They understand that in today's NFL, having multiple dynamic playmakers is essential for sustained success. While some might argue that the team should focus solely on defense this offseason, the best franchises know how to build depth and prepare for every possible scenario. Injuries, unexpected roster changes, or even the evolution of opposing defenses could make it crucial for Detroit to have as many weapons as possible. Wells provides that insurance. He's the type of player who could step in and make an immediate impact while also offering long-term value. Of course, there are always questions when it comes to roster construction. What would it take to bring Wells to Detroit? Given that several teams are reportedly interested in him, the Lions may need to act fast if they want to secure his services. Some experts suggest that a mid-round pick could be enough to land him, while others believe Detroit might need to part with a higher selection to outbid other suitors. Fortunately, the Lions have draft capital to work with and could afford to make a move without mortgaging their future. General Manager Brad Holmes has already shown a willingness to be aggressive when he sees a player that fits the team's vision, so it wouldn't be surprising to see him pull the trigger on a deal if he believes Wells can be a difference maker. Another major factor to consider is how Wells would fit into Detroit's existing offensive scheme. The Lions have found success with a balanced attack that utilizes both the run and the pass effectively. They don't necessarily need another wide receiver to be the focal point of the offense, but what they do need is depth and playmaking ability. Injuries happen, and having another reliable target for Goff could be crucial down the stretch, especially in a season where the Lions expect to be competing for a Super Bowl. Wells brings versatility to the table. He's capable of playing inside or outside, giving offensive coordinator Ben Johnson even more flexibility in his play designs. Whether he's used as a gadget player, a rotational piece, or a full-time starter, his presence would add another layer to Detroit's already potent offense. It's also important to think about how this move could impact the Lions in the long term. Wells is still young and has plenty of room to grow, meaning Detroit wouldn't just be making a short-term investment, they'd be securing another potential cornerstone for the future. As St. Brown eventually becomes eligible for a lucrative contract extension, and Williams continues to prove himself, having another capable receiver under team control could provide invaluable insurance for the franchise. Plus, let's not forget the importance of depth in a long NFL season. The last thing Detroit wants is to find themselves shorthanded in the playoffs due to an injury or unforeseen circumstances. Adding Wells would give them the kind of security that championship-caliber teams need to survive a grueling season and make a deep postseason run. There's also the financial aspect to consider. Wells is still on a rookie contract, meaning he'd be an affordable addition to the roster for at least the next couple of seasons. This is an important factor for a team like Detroit, which will soon have to make tough financial decisions regarding extensions and free agent signings. The ability to add a young, talented receiver without breaking the bank is an opportunity that doesn't come often. By acquiring Wells now, the Lions could solidify their receiving core for years to come while maintaining financial flexibility to address other needs. Another interesting angle to consider is how this move could affect the Lions' locker room chemistry. The team has built a strong culture under Dan Campbell, and any new addition must fit seamlessly into that environment. Wells is known for his high character and work ethic, making him a strong candidate to integrate well into Detroit's system. His hunger to prove himself at the next level aligns perfectly with the gritty, hard-nosed mentality that Campbell has instilled in the Lions. Bringing in a player who not only has talent, but also the right mindset is crucial for maintaining the strong locker room dynamic that has helped fuel Detroit's recent success. Furthermore, Wells' presence could push some of Detroit's younger receivers to step up their game. Competition breeds excellence, and having another talented receiver in the mix could elevate the play of the entire unit. Whether it's in practice or on game day, the pressure to perform and secure playing time would only make Detroit's receiving core stronger as a whole. If Wells lives up to his potential, he could turn what is already a strong position group into one of the most dominant in the league. The truth is, the best teams in the NFL are the ones that are always looking ahead. They don't settle for what worked last season, they plan for what will keep them at the top in the seasons to come. Adding Wells would be a proactive move, ensuring that the Lions don't just remain contenders for a year or two, but that they build a sustainable winning culture that can compete year after year. With Wells in the mix, Detroit's offense could be on the verge of becoming truly unstoppable, and that's a scary thought for the rest of the league. What do you think, Lions fans? Would Antwayne Wells Jr. be the missing piece that helps take Detroit's offense to the next level? Should Brad Holmes pull the trigger on a deal, or should the team focus on other areas? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to Lions News Fan Report, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.